This is the long jump machine workout video. We will start with our athlete needs analysis. We'll go through today's purpose, and then we will go through our exercises. So now we're going to go through our athlete needs. Long jump. The movements in long jump are mainly in the sagittal plane, involves running, jumping, arm swinging, so knee flexion extension, hip flexion extension, same with the ankles, and then arm swinging is mainly involved in your jumping. So for muscular involvement, it's the major leg muscles, including the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. Also, stabilizer muscles are very important, especially in landing, as you're landing on an unstable ground. And then the energy system would be the phosphagen system, because it is a really short burst of high intensity activity.
All right, so here we have the glute bridge machine. Right now we have you slide in here. Have you put your feet about shoulder to hip width apart, and your back firmly placed up here. We're gonna unlock it using this orange lever. It's not gonna be secure. I'm gonna have you go up just a little bit. We're gonna unrack it, go ahead, go down, back up. Once he's completed his rep range, you would re-rack it using this mechanism right here.
Okay, so we're gonna have him unrack the weight. This exercise focuses mainly on the glute muscles, hip extensors like the hamstring. So right here's the concentric up phase. Now he's gonna slowly drop down for the eccentric phase. Okay, this is the leg press. So over here we can adjust the weight. These go up by 10. No, it goes up by 20, and then you can adjust it further here. So basically the main thing with this is this lever here. You push it in. So it is to adjust the seat height. It can be dependent on the length of the person's legs and the depth that they want to squat.
Griffin's going to start by adjusting the seat height to the desired length. His legs are starting at 90 degrees here. As he goes down, he's demonstrating the eccentric phase. As he goes up, he's demonstrating the concentric phase. This is going to be mainly quad with a little bit of glutes and hamstrings as the synergists. He should be going through the full range of motion, stretching the muscles fully. So starting with this machine, we have the weight stack like all the other machines. We can adjust it from 20 pounds all the way to 240. We have smaller adjustments here at the top. This lever right here is going to control the back of the seat to allow someone to sit either farther forward or farther back. This lever right here is going to allow us to adjust our knee angle, and it allows us to get a greater range of motion throughout the exercise.
So Griffin's going to start doing the leg extension. He's going to grab onto the handles for support and simply extend his legs through the full range of motion. So here we have the eccentric phase, and then the concentric here. This is basically very quad focused, super simple.
All right, so here we have the prone leg curl, otherwise known as the hamstring curl. This is really going to focus on your 3 hamstring muscles in the back of your leg. Down here, we're going to have the weight changing mechanism. So this dial is going to change it between 0, 2.5, 5, and 7.5 pounds. And then this knob changes it every 10 pounds. Back here, we're going to have the adjuster that's going to put it up or down on your leg. This is really going to explain how big of a stretch you want to get, if you want your legs fully stretched or just a quarter stretch. And then the final part is here, which is going to control, basically for a height mechanism, how far back it's going to be on your ankles.
As Sailor begins to go up, you can see the concentric phase of the exercise. As she slowly lowers it down, that's going to be the eccentric phase of the exercise. We want to get full stretch of the muscle and go through full range of motion of the hamstrings.
All right, so here we have the standing calf raise machine. This one's pretty simple in terms of mechanisms for controlling height. This orange knob is going to help you lift it up or lower it depending on the height of your client. And then right here is going to be how you unrack the weight once you're under the machine. All right, Brandon, go ahead, step up, please. We want about the front 1/3 of his foot on the edge. That's going to help him get the biggest stretch. I'm going to come right here. Right down, we have the eccentric. And the left phase right there, we have the concentric.
So next we have the seated shoulder press. So like all the other machines, we have our weight stack here. Can be adjusted to various weights using the pin. Smaller weight adjustments up top. Down here we have the seat height, which is going to be based off of our client or our athlete's height. And then here we have our handles. For this exercise, we're going to stick to these front handles more because our athlete is going to be in the sagittal plane with their shoulders. If we had something that we wanted to use the frontal plane more, we would adjust or use the side handles. Zeller's going to be starting with the concentric phase on the way up, using those anterior delts. On the way down, we're going to have the eccentric phase, slow and controlled on the way down, getting the athlete's shoulders warmed up for that long jump.
So lastly, we have our exercise selection and sequence. We focused our exercises in the lower extremity, so quads, hamstrings, calves, glutes. Those are basically major muscle groups involved in running and other movements in the sagittal plane. So for the exercise sequence, we started with more multi-joint movements, like the hip thrust. These require a little bit more coordination and you need to be a little bit more fresh. Then we went to other relevant core exercises, such as exercises involving the quads, calves, and hamstrings, as those are major prime movers of the lower extremity.
Thanks for watching, guys. Just remember, stay active, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Most importantly, have fun.